Hi, and welcome to SimpleSpiritualityPH. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Regine. I am an intuitive, manifesting-based tarot reader. I am a certified Reiki healer and an overall lightworker. And before we dive into today's episode, which is actually an episode that I'm really so excited and happy to tell you guys, I would like to invite everyone who would like to receive notifications on my new videos to please hit the subscribe button over there. If you like this video later on, please give it your thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say hey, please comment down below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now of course, here are the details. Alrighty, so let's get to the meat of the video. So you guys, I manifested myself a pup-pup. A pupper, a puppy, a dog. Yes, I finally have a dog. His name is Miso. And as I was filming this, actually, I had him beside me, but then he wanted to go away, and I just let him be because he's a pup-pup, you know. But anyway, you'll see some footage of him later on at the end of the video. So, to start off, I have not had a dog in a while. My latest dog was Sid, and you all know that Sid was the main reason why I got into spirituality in the first place. If I can find that video of how I got into it, I will post it down there or up here, link it up somewhere here so you can find it. But after Sid, I have not had a dog. And last year I had this feeling that I was ready for a new dog and that it would be beneficial for me to get a new dog. And so, of course, I asked my mom about it. And my mom is actually on the fence with it. She's the one who's on the fence with it. I live with my parents, as most Filipinos do. We actually seldom do we move out of the house here in the Philippines. And we usually stay with our parents up until we have kids of our own and up until the grandchildren are born, up until the great-great-grandchildren are born. You know, that kind of thing. That's a usual thing. And so, of course, I had to have the blessing of my mom because I live with them. I live with my mother, I live with my father, and when my sister and my brother-in-law were here in the Philippines, they lived with us as well. So there are a lot of people involved, and I couldn't just go out and get a dog, go out and have a pup-up of my own without consulting them because we do share the house. And so I asked my mom, and my mom is not fond of animals at all. And of course, every time she said no. She's always said no. And so I remember early last year was when I started to affirm for it. I started to affirm that my mom was dog crazy, that she loves dogs, that she was fond of animals, you know, that she has this burning desire to get a dog. And when I started affirming that, I started to see her become more open to all the animals. She and my dad would walk around the village and in the morning, and they would encounter all of these pets being walked in the morning. And she would always have stories of, you know, just saying hi to the pets, petting the pets, and all of that stuff. And she's never done that before, actually, and I saw that as movement. However, something did dissuade me. It was around October to December-ish that I started to physically ask my mom if we could have a dog. And she shot me down right away. She was like, no, we can't have a dog, etc., etc., right? And so after that, of course, I kind of reacted a little bit, which I think this is important actually for conscious manifestors, especially if you're manifesting something that you really want. It's okay to have that kind of experience every now and then, you know. We're just human after all. And we've always had thoughts that oppose the things we want, right? And one way or another, they're going to get pushed out if we're not careful and we don't we don't revise them, all right? And so for me, that just showed me that I still had some of my old story playing in the back that I would never get a dog, you know? And I did react to it. I felt really, really sad, and I actually stopped affirming for it for a while. And then early this year, in 2021, every time I would think about it, I would just tell myself that, yes, my mom is actually in line with this. She loves dogs. It's okay for us to get a dog. That would be my mindset. Although I didn't affirm for it as much this year. I only started affirming for it, I think, in February or March. And I told myself that by my birthday this year, I'm going to have a dog. I'm going to be a dog mom again, you know? And I would just drop it because I have a lot of, let's be honest, I have a lot of things to do. A lot of things to do. And to be honest, I don't affirm as much. I don't meditate as much. I don't get to do that right now on a daily basis for the past 3 months, actually. It's now June. So May, April, and March, I have not been able to do that at all because my work has been crazy. But I'm going to save that story for another time. And let's go back to manifesting me so. So whenever I would think about that, I would just be happy and say that my mom is already fine with it, that we already have a dog. And whenever we were watching TV at night, I would sometimes imagine a little puppy just coming across the lanai area, because we have a lanai area. So a little puppy coming across the lanai area and coming towards me to have a little pet, you know, so, to get little pats and scratches and kisses, you know, and stuff like that. And that's what I would do. And it would be very short, just a couple of seconds. And the affirming would be a couple of seconds as well. It wouldn't even be consistent. I didn't do it on a daily basis, but at least I think. But I did it quite often, every time I remembered it, basically, which was quite often, but not on a daily basis. But so yes, I basically affirmed for it every time I thought about it. And it was just like, it was literally 2 seconds. It's like, my mom is dog crazy, or I already have my dog, or I'll get a dog before my birthday, or I'll get a dog by my birthday. And I would just be in the feeling of it, and I would be so excited in knowing that that's actually possible, you know? So I would do that. And I did that from February up until April. Now, in April, I actually decided that I was going to buy a dog, you know, a very specific kind of dog. I wanted a coton de Toulouse, and I still do want a coton de Toulouse. And so I told my mom, and the good thing about it is she didn't oppose it. I told her, Mom, I'm going to buy a coton de Toulouse, and this is the kind of dog that I want. This is my game plan with it, and I want to buy it for my birthday as a birthday gift to myself. And so she was not in opposition to it. She was just saying that, okay, so you need to walk the dog, you need to do this, you need to do that. You know, all the standard things they say, all the standard things parents say when you're getting a dog. Even though I had just turned 32, you know, they like doing that. They like reminding you, of course, they're parents. They will always tell you what to do. And so she did that, but she didn't oppose it. And that was one huge step. I did not know where that came from, although I know energetically, it was because I kept on that faith that it is possible. I mean, by hook or by crook, I'm going to get a dog by my birthday, you know? Whether my mom approved of it or not, I'm going to get a dog by my birthday, you know? Because it's always possible that I move out of the house, and when I move out of the house, I get my own dog. You know, so that was one viewpoint that I was actually looking at, moving out of the house and getting my own dog. And so I just let it do its own thing, basically. And so, yeah. So my mom didn't oppose it, and I told her about that, and my dad was on board as well. And it just so happens, of course, I say just so happens, but of course we know that this is actually the world moving. You know, it's the world moving in order to give you what you want. It just so happens that my mom went to her brother's house, and her brother's dogs had a litter in January. And this was the first time that my mom saw the litter. And from the litter, there was only one puppy left. It was, excuse me, it was brown and it had a white dot here, which is Miso. And she fell in love with it. She was just like, this dog is so cute. It's so adorable. I took pictures of it. And I told her, Ma, you've never been this crazy about a dog ever, you know, apart from Sid. Because Sid is the end-all be-all dog. He was the most amazing dog with the most amazing personality ever. Shout out to my lovely dog, deceased dog Sid. And so she's never done that before. And I could see that her eyes were like, they had this sparkle. She was just so happy and so cuted out by this dog. And so the week after that, I actually went to go see the dog for myself. And I was taken, my heart was stolen as well, and because of his cuteness. And a week later, the dog was ours. The dog was ours. And that's how I manifested Miso. Everything just came into place. My mom actually chose Miso. You'll get to see him after this video. I'll post a video of him walking around and being his own little Miso self. But yeah, so for everyone who is in the same position as I am, you know, I know that a lot of people are also trying to manifest dogs and cats, especially now if you're still in a country that you're in lockdown, which is here in the Philippines. We are still in complete lockdown. We have a little bit of freedom, just a little bit, but it's still mandatory for us to wear the masks and the face masks and the face shields. So we can't go out without them. And we can't enter some establishments without them, which I think is fine, you know. I mean, just a person sneezing in public and not covering is disgusting to me. What more if that person is actually, let's just say, compromised, right? And so it's perfectly fine for me. I don't have a problem with it. And so yes, I know that a lot of people are trying to manifest pets right now. I would suggest that for me, the most helpful tidbit about that is really just to have fun with it. Every time I thought about it in the past, it would be in vain. Like, I would always think about it, affirm for it, but feel bad about it because I knew that it wasn't coming. So the transformation really happened, I think, when I started to think about it and be excited about it, you know? When I started to affirm for it and be excited that it was actually possible. When I started to just think about the happiness that is had with that kind of moment, you know? That moment when you're petting your dog, that's a happy moment. Relish in that moment. That's when you affirm, right? Even if you don't have your puppy yet, or your kitten yet, or your pet yet, just think about it. Just thinking about it is such a good feeling. And when you think about it in that good feeling, that's when you affirm, because that's when it actually transforms. And like I said, I did not do a schedule kind of affirming for this or even visualization. It was just every time that it entered my mind, which was a lot, quite a lot these past few months. Past few months meaning the months without Miso just yet. I would just really say that I already have it. I already have my dog. I already have my dog, you know, and I have a dog before my birthday. And Miso actually arrived before my birthday. I just celebrated my birthday last week, May 29, and I received Miso April 30 something. Was it April 30? I think it was a little before April 30. But yes, definitely before my birthday. And so that was a perfect manifestation. And I got Miso for free. I did not expect that. But that was a good thing, you know, because I also do consciously manifest for free stuff every day. So that was Miso was my free thing for that day. Free pup for that day. So yeah, I know this was all over the place and it was so jumpy because I'm so excited. And actually, I'm going to end this video with clips of Miso so that you can enjoy it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you found it useful, you know, if you have any comments, let me know what your experiences are. Comment them down below. If you would like to receive notifications on my new videos, please hit the subscribe button over there. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now, of course, here are the details. And That's it. Stay happy, stay healthy, and please enjoy all these little clips of miso. Ciao for now. Hi, miso. Oh no, you're gonna get the loop again.